Okay, last game of the evening, Zero Pixel Dawn. Now the reason why I wanted to check this out is the developer, Lao MVP. They reached out to me out of the blue. Let me just change the volume here so I can talk to you. Okay. Yeah, so the developer reached out to me and they watched my previous work and they were very interested in me checking out their game. And the whole vibe of the game is one of my favorite games of all time, Zero Seavert. And yeah, the whole extraction shooter, post-apocalyptic vibe really gelled with me. So I agreed to have a look, and the developer even created apparently there is a little faction, a little skill Incarnate faction in the game with a little goat's head, and I thought that was really nice of them. So I thought, the least I can do is have a bit of a look at their game and give some feedback. Now, I am going to be honest, and I don't like to say this, I really had high hopes for this game. It's rough. It's got a lot of rough edges. And the developers got a lot of work to do to really shore this game up. But rather than just say, look, there's tons of problems in the game, we're going to jump in and have a look, and I'm going to provide some feedback because I think that is the best thing I can do to help them out, rather than just tell them that the game's rough. I'm going to explain which areas need a bit of work. And I know this is a very new game, but I think this would be a really good time for them to jump in and make some of the changes they need to smooth the game out. It's a very good idea, and I think the base of the game is very good, but there are some areas I think that need a fair bit of work. So let's jump in, and before we do, there is the very first piece of advice I would give the developer. If you press new game by accident, there is no check, no confirmation. So you will lose all of your data, and I know that when I mouse over it, it says any previous data will be erased, and that's great. But if I'm going in and I accidentally, I did this the other day. I was in a hurry. I clicked the button, and boom, I nuked my save. So there needs to be some sort of check here, a pop-up that says, are you sure you want to do this? There's nothing. If I hit new game, I lose my data. I'm not going to do that, but trust me when I tell you, you will lose your data if you hit new game. Now, I just realized we've got a problem here. Hold up. Not with the game, with me. Let's try and fix this. There we go. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Twitch was just being a bit silly. It was... There we go. That's better. Okay, so this game, it has some very Zero Seavert-esque influence. And when I first saw this, I'm like, yes, I love Zero Seavert. It is one of my favorite games. I covered it a few years ago, and with the sequel coming up, I'm definitely interested in hitting the sequel too. So I checked this out. And it is nice in theory, but once you actually get out into the game world, you'll start to see where the problems begin. So basically, we are in this alien world. We have to deploy, we have to gather resources and head back. Now, obviously, graphically, this game it's rough. There's not a whole lot going on here, and it's for the current state it's in, that's not really, I mean, graphics aren't really what kind of is worrying me right now. The main problem is that enemies have very little audio cues, so enemies can they run up to you and will pretty much be in your face without making any sort of sound. So I have yet to make it out of a extraction zone because I'm constantly looking in all directions, and enemies can just kind of materialize out of the ether and kill you. So And some enemies are completely silent. And when I say completely, I mean you literally can't see them coming until they start hitting you. And I've turned the sound up to max, and I'm sitting here and look at doing this. This is pretty much how you survive in this game. Just kind of like do a 360 arc, because enemies can just basically come out of nowhere. See what I mean? Like zero sounds. They just. Also, the other thing too, there doesn't seem to be any, like the gunplay in this game is a bit vanilla. You start off with an M4. And again, I guess I've been spoilt by Zero Seavert, and I know it's not fair to compare this game to Zero Seavert, but seeing as they use that as one of their inspirations, you might have thought they would have made the game a little bit more like it. Look at that, see? Completely silent. It is so easy to just get run up on by enemies, because there's the thing about Zero Seavert was the game, it had a constant state of tension. You know, you'd be running along and you'd be in the woods, and then all of a sudden, oh, look at that, see? Like another enemy. So I'm literally just doing this all the time. 360. Because it's the only way to detect enemies. Like they just come out of nowhere. Like some of them, like that big ogre over there, you can see, but like others, they're just kind of magically. Look at that. I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm yet to make it out of an area alive. Like, no joke. And if you're in the trees, it's even worse. It's because the enemies make no sound when they're approaching. The thing about Zero Seavert is you'd be walking along, right? Let me paint the picture. I'm walking through the mall, right? An old decommissioned mall. And all of a sudden, a bullet flies past me and embeds itself in the wall next to my head. So I promptly soil myself and start returning fire in the rough direction of the enemy. And then I can hear bullets flying, but enemies are screaming at me. They're telling their friends where I am. And then this giant firefight starts. But the thing that really sells it is that sense of atmosphere. When mutants see you, you may see a mutant, but they run at you with like a crazy speed, and they make a sound, so at least you've got a chance of knowing when they're coming. Look at this, completely silent, this guy. Completely silent, so. And also, too, the enemies, there's not a whole lot of range of enemies that attack you. Like, they just kind of run at you. Like, and I know, look, I'm not trying to poo-poo on the game. I know it's really early access, but the developers were very passionate, so rather than blow smoke up their posterior, I wanted to give them a honest feedback. Let's see if we can sell some stuff. Okay, I would really like to buy some med kits. At least we made it out of here alive. Ooh, $200. Oh, I don't have $200. Okay, that's fine. I just want a med kit. Can I have a med kit? Like I like the concept of what they've got here. I really do. I just think like when you're actually in the field, like, and no, you can't hear enemies coming. They don't make any sound, and you're just basically swiveling your gun around every 5 seconds. In like you can say, I just do windmills with my gun, which it kind of feels stupid, but it works. I don't even know. Also, I can't tell what gun I've got. I don't have like an inventory. I'm assuming the Silent Claw is the gun I'm using. The game really needs some sort of inventory system. Can I buy blue herbs? What do they do? Health back 60%. Oh, I sold my blue herb. I feel stupid. I could have actually. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to have any health. Okay, no to keep those blue herbs because apparently they do. I sold one for a grand total of $17 and it was worth 300. So it's like what's that? Pawn Stars when you like go in and sell something that's worth 10 grand for like $500. Okay, go off to the evac portal. Like I like the concept of what they've got, but the other thing too is the developer said there's like factions in the game. Apparently there is a Skill Incarnate's logo that can be used, which I thought was pretty good, but I can't figure out how to use it. So if it's in the game, they haven't implemented it yet. See that? See that zombie? There's like no sound. You have no idea when they're coming. So I think that's the single biggest issue in this game. Like every time I've been smoked, it's because some zombie or someone ran up to me and I had no sound. Like they need to have them shriek or have some sort of visual indication you're getting attacked. Because by the time they're next to you, they kill you in like a couple of hits. So see these blobs? Look at that. Right up in my clacker. No idea it was coming. Let's get some money. Again, complete silence. I can hear something. I can hear monsters screaming, but I have no idea where. Can't pick that up for whatever reason. Let's get out of here. Okay, we don't want to get desperate. I'm just gonna steal what I can, and then we're gonna book it. We've got a long way to go. See what I mean? That dog, absolutely no sound. We need some sort of visual indicator you're getting attacked, or at least something is approaching. Have them. One of the cool things about Zero Sievert was the sound design. You would know if something was coming up on you. You would hear, like for example, the wolves in Zero Sievert. They're actually like in the start of the game, they're a huge threat, and the wolves would actually make like a sound when they were just idle. So like even that, you would just know, there's wolves in the area. So even these guys with the saw blade launchers, you can hear them. It's just some of the other enemies there. They're completely silent, so you have no idea when you're getting attacked. Let's get out of here. I really do hope, I mean, the developer contacted me by email, thankfully, so I am going to have a chat to them after this, so they don't just think I'm just poo-pooing on the game. Because I'm not. Like, I think they've got a nice, solid start, but this needs work. When, like, especially the sound design and enemy detection system needs to be reworked. There's a very limited range of enemies, like 90% of them just kind of run at you. They don't really offer anything of like a fight, apart from just trying to eat your face. But the main thing that makes them dangerous is because there's no audio sound of them coming. So you can see me, I'm just basically doing this the whole time. Because it's my only clue. Running out of ammo too. Let's get out of here. We're nearly there. This is the best I've done, actually, since I learnt my 360 swing ability. Let's get out of here. Well, we can't. Ooh, that was close. Okay, Magic Mike, what you got for me? I need something that holds a bit more ammo, and I think we got a P90. Get out of here, you pig. Kovac 47. Also, the other thing too I've noticed in this game, there's a lot of placeholders here. And I double checked with the developer. I thought maybe it was like there was still an embargo, but like there's a lot of stuff here that doesn't have graphics yet. Again, it is early access, but it's if it was one or two things, it wouldn't be too much of an issue, but Kovac 47, okay. I've got the money. I can't buy it? I've got $396. Am I missing something? Let's go over here. Maybe I need something else. Maybe it's the blueprint. I probably need the blueprint. So apparently on a P90 blueprint. Apparently not. Okay. Again, I will have a chat with the devs, and they did email me, so I don't want it to seem like I'm just poo-pooing on the game. It's definitely not what I'm saying. It's that it's very rough around the edges, and the enemy detection system in the game needs a lot of work. It's so easy. You want some weed. The game has a sense of humor too. Like there's guys just walking around smoking a blunt. People, it's very, you can tell it's very not politically correct. But there is some political stuff in there, like there's a lot of like free Ukraine posters up there. Like I don't care, but I just some people might not like that. And I mean the developer's Ukrainian, so I'm not having to go at them for having some national pride. I'm just saying some people might get upset by that. Hell, it'd be like me having an Australian flag in my game and people explaining I did an Australian flag. Like it is what it is. And that would be dumb too. Like I'm just saying, like if people got upset, I see a lot of that with people with video games where there's like an American flag, and I'm like, really? I don't care if you got an American flag in the game. Right. I don't. Maybe I should sell the stuff in my inventory before we head out again. We got a ton of money. Surely I can use it for something. No. Can I not buy another gun? Apparently not. Okay. I mean, I got a level up. It said I'm level 2 and I unlocked a gun schematic, but if I have a look through here, there's no other gun schematics that are unlocked. Lock. They're all locked. So I'm stuck with the Silent Claw for now. I guess we'll go out and do another run. The other thing too, like the levels as they are very much the same. Like I haven't seen any areas that are different. It's the same map every time. The one thing about Zero Sievert that I really liked was, even though the set of maps in the game, I mean, let's not split hairs. They do get a bit samey after a while, but this is literally one map for the whole game. And maybe you do unlock more later on, so, and that might be a thing, but the thing is there's not a whole lot of variety in the game. And I think all of this would be really, really helpful for the devs. So I'm saying this to try and help them. I've had, and I said this early in the stream, I hope that they take this in the spirit that it's being offered. I'm not trying to have a go at them. It's a perfect example. Look at that. And then let me just start. Zero sound, and he just started hitting me. I had no idea he was there. Unless you're doing this crazy windmilling, that's the only way to tell if enemies are coming. Also, I think the guns in the game are very weak. Like, it feels like I'm shooting a pop gun. Apparently, I've got, like, this game's version of an M4 carbine, and it takes half a magazine to drop even the smallest enemy in the game. Yeah, let's grab what we can. Now, I unfortunately had a developer in my last stream, and I know you guys will probably be able to put the dots together and know who I'm speaking about. I was very honest. I provided some feedback which I thought would help them, and their response was basically to give me a very, very impolite opinion of what they thought of me, and declined to work with me again, which is fine, like, as is their right. But if you are reaching out to me, and I'll say this again, if you're a developer reaching out to me, please do not assume that I will not be honest about your game. But the difference between me and other people streaming is that I'll actually give you reasons why. I won't just say your game is bad and then leave it at that. I'll say this is the categorical list of where you can improve. Now, whether developers take that in the good spirit that's offered, that's different. I have a good feeling about these guys. They seem to be very genuine, which is why I'm trying to return the favor. And it's not often I get my likeness, or at least my logo, put into a video game. So I thought at the very least I would return the favor and give them an honest piece of feedback for good or ill. I mean, I have done QA for games before. I know that there's a couple of games that have got my real name on them, which of course I can't tell you, but probably one of the things I like the most about doing this is that I get to work with some developers, and I'm pretty dinged up. Let's get out of here so I don't get smoked. We're nearly at the portal. Oh, that was close. Yeah, let's get out of here. One more hit and I'm smoked. I just don't like the way that enemies... Look at that. These guys just rolled up on me without any sound at all. Completely silent. Okay, so apparently I've got a Seeker Ball. Let's see if... See, again, like, apparently I have unlocked a Seeker Ball card, but I can't Seeker Ball. So why can't I unlock Seeker Ball? Is it in my inventory? I don't know. So either I'm missing something or this is broken. It's not in my inventory, so... Okay, so I just made 200 beans. Again, I have no way, like, I don't know how I'm supposed to spend my money. I want to just buy some better weapons, but I can't purchase anything. I got $600. I can buy this gun twice over. And they say you have to get the schematic. But I've unlocked a few schematics. So I don't know. Either something is broken or I'm missing something fundamental. I don't know what it is that I'm missing, but... And the game does explain it to you at the start. It says, as you level up, you earn new schematics, which you can then purchase from the gunsmith or the card dealer. But in both cases, I've got money, but... No diggity dice, unfortunately. I'm not going to waste my money on healing supplies since I've got some. Now, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm missing... maybe I'm supposed to have some sort of part out there or give some scrap to the blacksmith. But again, it doesn't explain that. Upgrade, so apparently I can upgrade this. I guess I might as well. It's not like I can buy another gun right now. Can I upgrade how much ammo the thing carries? That would help. Fire rate, no. Accuracy would be nice. Let's go do one more run. Like I've kind of shown you everything there is at the moment, because I can't, like, even if I get level ups, I can't actually do anything with them. See, so apparently the last level up, it said I got a Seeker Ball. But when I select Seeker Ball, it doesn't tell me what the price is or what I have to do to get it. I don't have any access to any skills. I've got 3 level ups now. Surely I should be able to buy something other than the starter gun. But I can't. I can't buy anything. And apparently I've unlocked 2 other guns, but Kovac 47, Vanguard, Nova, Lock. There was the Iron 9 apparently unlocked. So that's... No, lock. Oh, there we go. Nova 9. Thank God. Okay. So I don't know how I'm supposed to use this, like to swap to it, but I guess I'll find out. Let's see if I at least deploy with my new gun that I paid a fortune for. We'll find out, I guess. Oh, okay. Well, that's a start. So I've got a gun at least. That's the beginning. I just wasted a bunch of money on upgrades for the starter gun, but it's okay. I still have no idea how to purchase spells, because I've found spell schematics, but I clicked on that and this either I don't have enough money, which is I don't know because I can't actually see anything telling me. This thing might actually be weaker than my starter gun. It's more accurate. Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel any more powerful. Still takes half a magazine to drop an enemy. Or more. Like I said, at the moment there's just not a whole lot to do in the game. The levels all feel kind of the same. I think one of the cool things about Zero Sievert was this level design. Like, if you remember the forest, it was just really well done. It was really well done. And the game is obviously inspired by Zero Sievert, which I mean, if you are going to be inspired, you might as well be inspired by the best. I don't know. We'll see. I hope they take this well. I've had a really bad week with developers being quite rude to me, so it's one of those times where I'm just like, I just can't be bothered. I had one developer earlier last week. They sent me the game, and I granted I was pretty scathing, but I gave them an alphabetic list of everything with the game, and I gave them a list of what I would do to fix it. And they were just so incredibly rude. And they were like, oh, I don't think we want to work with you. I'm like, good. Please lose my contact details. I don't want to work with you either. I'm going to tell everyone else. I'm like, okay, yep. Yeah, you do that. The problem is when developers do that sometimes. Like one of the best contacts I ever had was there was a developer that did that to me, and they after they said, well, we're not going to work with you, one of the other developers who also worked in the same space reached out to me, and they're like, and despite what they were saying. So I mean, sometimes it's kind of, you know, the old any attention is good attention, but for in my case, it was. I mean, I'm not really hurting for finding developers at the moment. I'm kind of doing quite well. I'm not saying that to boast, but it is what it is. Which is why, like, if a developer's being rude to me, I can just go, look, don't worry about it. Although I will admit, I have to. I am going to be honest. The developer who was quite rude to me was not Jandusoft, because I was actually quite scathing about their game last week too. And I fully expected one of them to go, "Come on, dude." They not only did they send me an apology email, they sent me their new game. They said, "Look, you're right." And I was stunned. I was like, I got a good relationship with them, but I thought, oh, maybe I kind of went too far. But they were really, really cool. They actually said, look, thanks. We had no idea this was a problem. We're gonna fix it. Why don't you check out a new game? And like in the meantime, it blew my mind. So. Yeah, for those of you thinking it was Jandusoft, no, it's not. Those guys were like solid as. They were really good. Really, really, really cool dudes. I've been working with them for a while, so I wasn't expecting anything bad, but it's just nice. It's a nice surprise. There's not really anything here. I'm looking around, but... Is it just me? I haven't picked up a single damn thing since I started. Maybe it's just a bum map. Oh, there we go. I'll take that. Ooh, I was lucky. Okay, the corruption's getting pretty bad. I think it might be time to get while the getting's good. Oh, yeah, I was pretty badly hurt. Nice, okay. Well, I got a bit of money. Let's see if we can sell some of this. 30 bucks, well, not a whole lot. Let's see. Again, I don't... Oh, now I can get you Seekable. How do I buy it, though? We'll chase your enemies and we'll explode. Okay. Well, I guess we'll try it out. Selected. Let's go and see if we can get a new gun. Not yet. Okay. That's all right. Let's do one more run because I want to give this a proper shake, but I do have to get to work and I'm way over time, so we're going to call this our last run for the night. So, and yeah, don't worry, I will be back Friday. I've got, like I said, I've got a massive overflow of games right now. First world problems, I know. Yeah, I got some big RPGs coming. I've got FPS I'm going to be looking at. Got a really nice gothic style open world RPG I've been playing the hell out of. And of course some of the Jandusoft, as I mentioned earlier, sent me the new game. I'm actually really looking forward to that survival horror game. Well, I haven't even played it, only got it today, so I probably won't be in this Friday's lineup, but and that's not including all the games I played tonight. I want to come back and do a second pass on those. My biggest issue is I just don't have enough time these days. I'm eating good. I've got so many games, so many publishers reaching out to me. Ever since I hit affiliate, and I think I've got my buddy. A big part of that was my buddy Lukey. He gave me a lot of really good advice. I think, which was a huge leg up because I was kind of flailing around on Twitch. But I mean, it's always been a hobby for me, but yeah, I kind of there's a big difference between my flailing efforts and someone that's actually kind of knows what they're doing. Ow! I'm really struggling to find anything to sell. Well, there's nothing in here. The further I go in, there's no actual resources I can pick up. All the enemies are only dropping ammo. I mean, which is nice and all. I need the ammo, but I'd rather some actual goods to sell. Maybe we'll go for a bit of a wander, see what we can find. Seeing as it's my last foray for the night. But yeah, I do hope they respond to me, the devs, and this does help. I mean, I mean, they've got a good basis for a game. Like, I like the fact that they're trying for a Zero Sievert style extraction shooter. I mean, extraction games are a dime a dozen, but there's not many games like Zero Sievert, and certainly not ones that emulate it in a good way. So I think, you know, they got a start of a good game here. I think it just needs a bit of polish. It needs a lot of spit polish. Oh, there we go. I was curious about what my special power did, so there you go. It's like an explosive ability, but it has one hell of a recharge. Oh, hey, VG Philip, man. Sorry, I didn't see your message. Yeah, it's unfortunately, it's just recently, which is, I mean, most of the developers and publishers I work with have been like really good. It's only just recently there's been a couple, and that's why I wanted to mention it wasn't Jandusoft, because those guys are like absolutely solid guys. It was yeah. Unfortunately, it happens sometimes. It's because I know, look, developers get very passionate about their work, right? But if I just glazed every single game I got and said it's the greatest thing in the world, how helpful is that going to be to developers? Like, they're never ever going to get any bug reports. They're never going to have any suggestions on how to make their game any better. All they're going to get told is the game's the greatest thing ever, and it's not going to be helpful. I think the biggest, that when you're a QA, that's the biggest challenge you have. It's trying to give information to a developer and make them realize it's not about, you know, a personal attack on their game. It's about trying to give them some feedback to help them make it better. And yeah, all developers, yeah, and also, would you guys really watch if my default opinion on everything was it was fantastic? You wouldn't watch. I wouldn't watch someone that did that. Like, why would you want to do it? Okay, there we go. It is starting to get pretty hot up in here. Let's maybe start heading to the exit, because I think once the corrosion hits full stack, that's when we have to start worrying. Oh, that hurts. Oh, no. Oh. Yep, let's get out of here. I am not in great shape, and I do not want to find myself dead out here. I don't know how to use my healing. I've got a healing flower I kept in my inventory, but for some reason I can't. Oh, there we go. Can't use it. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, it was because I was trying to open my inventory, bugger. All right, one more run and then we're going to call it a night. I was trying to open my inventory because apparently those blue flowers heal you, which is the precise reason I had it in my inventory, but for some reason I can't use it. So I don't know if I have to buy them and you can't use what you find. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a boss. Okay, now we're talking. I don't know if I'm going to have the ammo to kill this guy. Oh my god, these guys take so much ammo to kill. I'm running out of ammo. I don't have any bloody bullets. Can I have a reload, please? Last mag. It's been nice knowing you boys. Are you gonna give me some ammo? Like, how do I refill my ammo here? Like, oh, smoked. All right. Well, I am gonna have to leave it here because it is now 12 o'clock at night, and I have to get to work tomorrow. I did have a nap earlier tonight, so I wouldn't be too smoked for tomorrow. But yeah, I'd just like to leave a bit of final advice for the dev, and I'll reach out to them via an email. I like the idea that you've got for the game. The influence of zero sieverts is a welcome thing. I like the fact that there's some roguelike elements. You have a variety of weapons, the spells in the game, the implementation of magic and the lore is very nice. I think just the core gameplay loop has some issues, and the main one that I've mentioned several times throughout this stream is that there's no visual cue when you're being attacked by an enemy, and that means that enemies are almost completely silent when they run up to you. One of the big things about Sivo, was the feeling that you were always in danger. And I think what I would do is make it so that you're not constantly attacked by enemies every 5 seconds. I would make enemy attacks a rare thing, but make the enemies more deadly. So, when an enemy attacks you, hear a scream, and maybe up your character move speed, give you a dodge, so that you can have these cat and mouse style fights with enemies, because that's what Zero Sievert really was about. And that's this kind of feels more like a tower defense game. I wouldn't go that route. I don't think you should. I think you should go for more cat and mouse gunplay. Slow the guns down, make them more accurate, make it so that you're kind of in this cat and mouse tense firefight instead of spraying hundreds of bullets at enemies to kill them. And that's really the advice I would give them. But yeah, I'm going to have to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed all of the games tonight. Definitely a very interesting set. And yes, VG Philip, I have got a very big Gothic style RPG. I've been playing the hell out of it, so I guarantee you're going to like it. It's coming Friday. I've got a deck building game. I've got a FPS shooter. We've got I've even got some cozy simulation games coming. So tons of more games coming. And of course, me and the boys have been smashing some Project Zomboid as well. So with the new build of Build 42, I think we're going to be doing that again this weekend. So if you're into that, definitely come and check me out. But I'm going to get some sleep, and I'll catch you guys on Friday.